Rogue Nicotine on Demand, delivered direct to your door. Available in all your favorite flavors and formats: pouches, gum, wintergreen, peppermint, and more. From your Monday morning coffee to watching hoops to dinner at the in-laws, Rogue Nicotine is there for you when you need it. Visit RogueNicotine.com today and save 10% when you place your order for sugar-free, fast-acting Rogue Nicotine. Underage sales prohibited. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. For more information, visit RogueNicotine.com.
Is eating fish healthy? Certainly not for the fish, and most definitely not for the oceans. That's the reason the Sarno brothers, founding chefs at Good Catch Foods, began perfecting 100% plant-based seafood. They wanted sustainable options that are respectful of all creatures and don't harm our oceans. Ask your grocer for Good Catch Foods like tuna and crab cakes, or shop online at goodcatchfoods.com. Then, host your own Fishless Friday and feel good about every bite.
Social justice. It's the effect of systemic progress. It's not about this moment, it's about every moment. It's not about immediate change, it's about constant momentum. Saybrook University has been doing the work since 1971, educating inquisitive, informed, and inspired leaders to change the world for the better. Learn more at saybrook.edu.
When we made our new McDonald's Spicy Chicken McNuggets, you were praise hands emoji. Then we ran out, and you were screaming tears emoji. Now they're back, so you can be grinning face with sweat emoji. Order ahead on the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
For a limited time at participating McDonald's.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Jeffrey Epstein Show. I'm your host, Bobbycapucci, and this is Daily Drop number 357. So I didn't plan on even recording a Daily Drop tonight. I was just going to finish up with some emails, get caught up, and prepare for the weekend. But here we are. It comes to light now that a year's worth of emails for Mr. Acosta vanished from 2007 to 2008. Where did those emails go? Oh, but the government says it's just a glitch. It affected a lot of people. Does anybody really believe that? So, it was a glitch with the video cameras. It's a glitch with the emails. Everything's just coincidence. And none of this adds up to a much darker, more devious picture, huh? That's what you would have us believe. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it for one single minute. These emails just happened to disappear, huh? I'm sure the NSA has them. They have all the metadata and all the other information from everybody else. Pretty sure that they probably have those emails too, don't they? I find it very hard to believe that a year's worth of emails from this crucial period of 2007 and 2008 just happened to disappear. And it's a glitch, you say? Now, we know that Jeffrey Epstein had some very powerful friends for a very long time that spanned numerous presidencies. Did somebody in power pull on a lever to get rid of these emails knowing how damning they were? It's above these people? They don't have the capability to do something like this? Of course they do. We're talking about the FBI. We're talking about the intelligence services. There is nothing out of the realm of possibility for these people. These are kingmakers. These are nation topper. They topple nations, these people. You think it's above their pay grade to get rid of some emails that might, lead to a place they don't want anyone to go? And look, I'm not saying that's exactly what happened, right? I don't have the evidence for that. But what I am saying is this. I don't believe that all these coincidences are just coincidences. There are way too many of them around this case. I am not a conspiracy theorist in the least. You'll never catch me piping off about weird, wild, nonsensical bullshit. But when things don't add up, they don't add up. There is way too much that has occurred in this case, from Jeffrey Epstein's death all the way back to this first investigation that they would want us to believe is just coincidence. And I'm sorry, I don't believe that it's statistically possible for all of this to just be coincidence. Not when you add up everything around the case, everything that was Jeffrey Epstein in general. And then you add in all these coincidences and you look at the big picture, and it's really a hard pill to swallow to buy that narrative that they're trying to sell. And with these emails, of course, they're going to say, oh, it affected multiple people or a bunch of people. But I honestly, I don't believe it. Again, a glitch, or was it something that was done on purpose by who the hell knows? Again, we know that Epstein was rolling with some of the most powerful people in the world. Prime ministers, presidents, leaders of industry, leaders of science and academia. You don't think it would be possible for insert whoever to try and clean up a little bit of the mess by getting rid of these emails? I mean, it's something that we have to talk about and think about at the very least. I'm not willing to buy their explanations anymore. They've been nothing but untruthful with us. They've been very guarded. They've been everything but transparent. And they have sold us some whoppers, expecting us just to buy right in. Folks, I'm here to tell you, I am not buying it. They honestly think we're going to believe anything that they say. And the sad part is, there's a good portion of the populace that believes every single thing they hear on the news. They don't bother to dig deeper. They have this trust in the media to do the right thing. And while I wish I could have that sort of trust, it just is not reality. The legacy media does not have anyone's best interest at heart. And this whole entire situation was just going to be blown up, forever blown up, and these people are never, ever going to be able to sweep this under the rug. I don't care about missing emails. I don't care about all the coincidences in the world. I don't care about the legacy media running cover for them. We're just going to keep on keeping on, and we're going to keep digging, and we're going to keep talking about these articles on a daily basis. And these people are not getting off the hook. I'm sorry. I'm not going to just let it go by the wayside and be like, oh yeah, just missing emails. It's not like this is, a missing email chain from a Taco Bell employee who got fired. This is serious shit here, folks. We talk about how the United States is the world leader and how, the world should look up to the United States. We can't even keep our own backyard cleaned up. So it's time that we focus on cleaning up our own backyard before we try and tell other people what they should be doing. And we certainly shouldn't be dropping any more bombs of freedom on anyone anytime soon. We have a lot of looking in the mirror and some self-reflecting to do in this country. And we need to realize that these people that we send to Washington, D.C. are not working for us. In most times, they're working against us. And we see it here. This will just go by the wayside. Nobody will be in trouble, and they'll write it off as just a glitch. There'll never be any further investigation. Congress won't care. The Senate won't care. And it'll be just forgotten by these people. Because at the end of the day, they don't care about any of this. This is not something that they care about. If any of them cared, they would have stopped this guy a very long time ago. But they didn't care. Nobody cared. Not the FBI, not the prosecutors, nobody. This man was able to do whatever he wanted for all of these years. And people like Acosta and his bosses get away with bullshit like this. Oh, the inbox is missing. We can't provide that for you. Let me or you try that. Say the government's coming after us in an investigation. Let us try that bullshit. Oh, yeah, well, I lost that stuff. We don't have it for you. I'm sure that would go over real well. Our article is from the Daily News. The headline, Alex Acosta's email inbox during critical period of Jeffrey Epstein case missing. Author, Stephen Rex Brown. Nearly a year of emails in Alex Acosta's email inbox while he oversaw the case against Jeffrey Epstein are missing, the Justice Department has revealed to the survivors' lawyers during a meeting on Thursday. Imagine being the person that has to deliver that news. Talk about showing up and having to break the bad news to the survivors' lawyers that the federal government is inept. Once again, we have to tell you guys, sorry, we screwed the pooch here. We don't know what we're doing, obviously. The emails in the inbox, gone. Sorry, that's a glitch. We don't know what happened to those. But the good news is, federal officials attributed the gap from May 26, 2007 to April 2, 2008 to a technical glitch that wasn't limited to the former U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Florida. Two sources familiar with the Justice Department review of Epstein's sweetheart deal told the Daily News. And there it is. Well, it wasn't just him, so come on, folks, all right? Don't be crazy. Don't be a conspiracy theorist. Just suck down this bullshit that we're feeding you. It's like they want you to just obey. Don't question anything. Don't have any kind of critical thought or critical thinking. They just want you to just fall in line, listen to what they have to say, and buy into the narrative. Meanwhile, they have done nothing to prove their worthiness of us just believing them. Not at this point, not after everything we have seen, and I don't just mean the Jeffrey Epstein case, folks. Look at the way these people conduct themselves. Look at the absolute shit show that the Department of Just Us is. It is a shame, a dumpster fire, a clown show. You insert whatever kind of derogatory comment you want here, and it would be fitting. Bill Barr is a failure. His predecessor was a failure, and all of them before them were failures as well. The whole entire lot of them. It's just completely corrupt, and it's unacceptable that it could be that the Department of Justice could be mismanaged in such a way. It has such an overreaching effect on all of our lives, and the ineptitude shown time and time again, administration after administration, is unacceptable, and somebody somewhere in our government has to put a stop to it. There has to be accountability for this shit. No chain of custody. Nobody got in trouble for the video missing from Jeffrey Epstein's alleged suicide attempt the first time around. No chain of custody issues whatsoever there. Here, emails go missing. No big deal. We'll just keep it moving and blame it on a glitch. You're a conspiracy theorist for asking questions, though. The review made public Thursday found that Acosta exercised poor judgment but committed no misconduct when he allowed Epstein to plead guilty to state prostitution charges rather than face a federal case. The serial pervert served 13 months in Palm Beach County Jail despite evidence he ran an underage sex trafficking scheme. And now, mind you, the deal that was cut between Acosta, all the other attorneys involved, and Epstein's lawyers, and let's not forget the Justice Department, all of those emails in that inbox for that year, that period of a year, just magically disappeared. I mean, it's not like, there was an internal investigation by the, Department of Justice or anything looking into this stuff. It's not like there were other people who were interested in this stuff. It's just very convenient that the emails go missing, huh? Very convenient indeed. Epstein hanged himself last year in a Manhattan federal jail, allegedly, after being slapped with new sex trafficking charges. Investigators with the Justice Department's Office of Professional Responsibility said they were able to reconstruct much of Acosta's inbox by examining his sent folder, as well as other staffers' emails. We're supposed to believe this? Honestly, folks, real talk here. Do any of you believe this narrative that they're spinning to us? Because I just can't buy into it. Believe me, I wish it was this cut and dry. I wish I didn't have to spend all this time every day talking about this case. I wish these people would just do their job. I wish they would have done their job, and we could have had a trial, and all of this could have been sorted out. But no, they have to play their games. They have to be not transparent. They have to F around. Well, the bullshit's over. People are done with the nonsense, all right? It is time for accountability. It is no longer time for excuses. And if these people are not held accountable, this shit will continue to go on, and we will continue to see people like Jeffrey Epstein pop up in our society. Because when there's no repercussions, then why would these people not conduct themselves in the same manner? The email gap came during a critical period in the Florida Epstein case when the sex offender's powerhouse legal team aggressively negotiated with Acosta and his prosecutors. Epstein's non-prosecution agreement with Acosta's office, which covered named and unnamed co-conspirators, was executed in September 2007, an unprecedented deal in Justice Department history, officials said during the meeting, according to attendees. So, in all the deals the Justice Department has ever cut, all the people that have come through those doors, all of the people that have been served federal warrants, nobody ever has had a deal quite like Jeffrey Epstein's. But yet, you mean to tell me I should just accept all of the coincidences around this case, around Jeffrey Epstein? That's what you're telling me. I am not buying it, okay? This guy gets the greatest deal in the history of great deals. And nobody gets held accountable for that? The Department of Justice, the Inspector General, couldn't come up with something, couldn't slap sanctions on any of these lawyers who were involved in this? Of course not, because it's always about protect our own, cover your ass. No, we can't make the Justice Department look bad, so we'll say it was just an error in judgment and a glitch. In October 2007, Acosta had an unusual breakfast meeting at a Miami hotel with Epstein's lawyer, Jay Lefkowitz. Now remember, Jay Lefkowitz is also the man who told us that Epstein made an obscene amount of money donation to the Clintons for their Clinton Global Initiative. So, this is someone who's really locked in with Jeffrey Epstein. Jay Lefkowitz was a huge part of that team. Him and Dershowitz were pretty much the front men, the guys that were really running the show. So Lefkowitz was really locked in. He knows the deal. He had this meeting with Acosta. They were not talking about their families. They were obviously talking about this case. The gap was also just revealed Thursday, despite more than 10 years of litigation over prosecutors' handling of the case. All these years, and we've never heard anything about that. It took some bitch-ass internal investigation. And that's the bone they're going to throw us, that the emails were missing? And they wonder why there are all these questions about this. They wonder why people are making documentaries about this. They wonder why nobody trusts the Department of Justice anymore. Yesterday, we were told that OPR was unable to recover months of emails from Alex Acosta, who was the U.S. attorney and the person ultimately in charge of this deal. That raises numerous questions about what the defense attorneys were telling Mr. Acosta and why he continually exercised influence to give a sweeter and sweeter deal for Epstein, said Epstein's survivor's attorney, Paul Cassell. We intend to pursue this issue through all possible venues to determine why these emails were missing and why we were never told about it until yesterday. Good on you, Mr. Cassell. And I hope you guys do go hard in the paint over this, because the more I think about it, the more enraging it is to me. Like I said, I didn't even plan on doing a daily drop tonight. I had other things going on already. I was doing other things, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know what? This shit can't wait till the morning. This is such an egregious move by the Department of Justice, and I really hope the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals is watching, and I hope they take this into account, and I hope that they understand that they're literally the last line of transparency and the last line of defense of some semblance of justice truly occurring. Because that non-prosecution agreement has to go. It has to go. And if I was the lawyers for the survivors and the 11th Circuit Court didn't rule in my favor, I would take this all the way to the Supreme Court if I had to. It's that important, it's that serious, and it has those kind of long-reaching ramifications, not only on this case, but on the nation as a whole. We have to do some soul-searching, folks. Who do we want to be? The email gap is further fodder for conspiracy theories, or more evidence that there's no conspiracy theory here. This is obviously some sort of real screw up, okay? There's something really disgustingly weird going on here, okay? Nobody's talking about no Sasquatches. Nobody's talking about little green men. Nobody's talking about anything like that, okay? We're talking about an absolute failure by the Department of Justice that is not explained away by the excuses that they're giving us. And if you're willing to accept that narrative from them, that basic explanation about what occurred, then more power to you. I'm not here to tell anybody how to think. Me personally, though, I am not accepting that bullshit. Sorry, I need more answers, all right? I need proof at this point. The government has done nothing but lie. For 10 years they know about these emails missing, and they don't tell nobody about it. They don't tell the lawyers about it for the survivors. Why not? What else is the government hiding? So I'm guessing it's going to have to come down to a flurry of Freedom of Information Act suits to try and get some information from these scumbags like Angela Clemente did. It's a sad world, folks, when the people who are in place to protect us do everything in their power to avoid bringing people like Epstein and his associates to justice. The email gap, I am a firm believer that there are no coincidences, Epstein survivor's lawyer Jack Scarola said. There are a lot of strange things that went on with regards to this case, a lot of questions that remain unanswered and not yet adequately investigated. That's from the lawyer himself, so I guess he's a conspiracy theorist too, right? Or maybe that's something they like to throw around to try and make it seem like there's nothing here. But folks, there's a lot here. Like Mr. Scarola says, there is a lot of unanswered questions that have not yet been adequately investigated. And that's a damn shame. The legacy media has had decades to do this. And they failed. Like at everything else they get involved with for the most part, they're failures. So the investigation continues. The digging continues. The search for answers continues. And ultimately, the goal is justice. If you'd like to contact me, you can do that at bobbycapucci@protonmail.com. That's BOBBYCAPUCCI @protonmail.com. You can also find me on Twitter at BOBBY_CAPUCCI. All of the links that go with this episode can be found in the description box. All right, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow morning, and we'll see what we see then.
Rogue Nicotine on Demand. Delivered direct to your door. Available in all your favorite flavors and formats. Pouches, gum, wintergreen, peppermint, and more. From fishing to Sunday football to dinner at the in-laws, Rogue Nicotine is there for you when you need it. Visit RogueNicotine.com today and save 10% when you place your order for sugar-free, fast-acting Rogue Nicotine. Underage sales prohibited. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. For more information, visit RogueNicotine.com. Rogue Nicotine on Demand. Delivered direct to your door. Available in all your favorite flavors and formats. Pouches, gum, wintergreen, peppermint, and more. From fishing to Sunday football to dinner at the in-laws, Rogue Nicotine is there for you when you need it. Visit RogueNicotine.com today and save 10% when you place your order for sugar-free, fast-acting Rogue Nicotine. Underage sales prohibited. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. For more information, visit RogueNicotine.com.
That Ease, we're all about calculating the best high for you. Ran out of shows to watch for the second time this week? Order an indica pre-roll. Social distance park hang? Pair that awkward picnic with a vaporizer. See, we're like your weed guy, but 420% nerdier. So just worry about when you're going to take that edible and let us do the rest. Ease, highly calculated cannabis delivery. Get 30% off your first order with promo code NERD at ease.com. That's EAZE.com.
Rogue Nicotine on Demand. Delivered direct to your door. Available in all your favorite flavors and formats. Pouches, gum, wintergreen, peppermint, and more. From your Monday morning coffee to watching hoops to dinner at the in-laws, Rogue Nicotine is there for you when you need it. Visit roguenicotine.com today and save 10% when you place your order for sugar-free, fast-acting Rogue Nicotine. Underage sales prohibited. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. For more information, visit roguenicotine.com.